Greeting. This is Vanguard for Cubes with Mantle of Valor. In the black community, we have ongoing crisis in the family, which is headed by the single black female, also known as the single parent. And she goes by other names, baby mama and such. In the media, there's been many shows that's addressing the issue of single motherhood and why 70% of black women are either single mothers or single in general, unable to find a man or a marriage eligible man, a man suitable for marriage. It has occurred to me that when you do the math, if you notice that 70% keeps popping up, 70% of black women are unmarried. 70% of black children are born out of wedlock. And if you put those numbers together, you'll notice that the 70%, those are the same 70%. That's the same 70% of people who are ineligible for marriage because they have children before they get married. Not too many people want to do the math. They just want to say, well, the men are just, the black men are no good. They're not qualified for marriage. They don't work. The majority of black men are in jail. And that's a lie too. The majority of black men are not in jail. The minority of black men are in jail. They say that 1 out of 4 or 5 have a criminal record. The numbers might be lower than that. However, there's many men out here. There's guys that's in college. There's young working men, and these guys are eligible, highly eligible, and yet the black women seem to all gravitate toward the thug stereotype, the thug prototype, and that's where they remain. After they get their jollies off with the thugs and the low life ne'er-do-wells, then they want to upgrade to the decent, hard-working, stable-minded family man. By then it's too late. See, the foundation for the marriage begins way before you get married. If you're sexually active at the age of 12 and having babies by the time you're 14 or 15, it only stands to reason that by the time you're 25 and got 4 or 5 children by several men, you're not going to be qualified for marriage. And the main reason for that is which come first, or who come first, the child or the man. And we all know the logic to that. This is what you call baby mama logic, and so it applies all across the board. She cannot, under any circumstances, reasonably put the man first in her life. Therefore, because she's already preoccupied with raising children and her education and career pursuits, which preclude her from having a totally honest and intimate relationship with a man. Most men know that, so they are very skeptical when it comes to investing their lives with a woman who already has invested in children. He knows that he is going to be at the bottom of the ladder when it comes to her priorities. So the only thing that he can possibly gain from a relationship with a woman who already has a handful of children is immediate sexual gratification. And unfortunately, many of the women who have children fit that description. That's what they want, and that's all they offer. So when the man takes that, they feel abused, but she condemns herself with her own mouth. And that is, she's famous for saying these fateful words: no man come between me and my children. My children come first. That's all that matters to me. And if that being the case, who in their right mind would want to marry somebody who tells them that they are already taken? Peace.